5 weeks after the Ibrox heroics, Callum Davidson is sacked from Queen's Park. Welcome back to Fog Football. Bit of breaking news on this Saturday evening. Falkirk pretty much all but confirmed they've won the league in my eyes, and they've also won the league and sacked Callum Davidson. They went 8 points clear with a 4-0 absolute demolition job as Ayr get beat and Livy drew 3 each with Airdrie. But let's talk about Callum Davidson. How has this happened? 5 weeks on from absolutely shock of this, feels like shock of the century, putting out Rangers at the Cup at Ibrox. Well, I'll tell you how it's happened. You look at the league form, they've picked up, 4 points out of a possible 18. They've dropped like a stone. They are only literally 6 points clear of Dunfermline, which, let's be honest, man, Dunfermline are absolutely brutal this season. Being 6 points clear of them is not exactly fantastic. They are 12 clear at Airdrie. I would expect them to be safe from them, but there's rumours Callum Davidson is wanted at Dunfermline. Dunfermline, who of course lost yesterday, so maybe he could quite easily go into another job and relegate Queen's Park. But what do you think the thinking is behind this? Because it just seems a bit weird. Callum Davidson's a good manager.
Yeah, it's strange timing for Queen's Park. Is their league form great? No. Would you maybe expect them to do better this season? Probably. But it's not that bad. They're still alright, maybe not, because Partick Thistle have began to pick things up recently, but Queen's Park are still in a good shout of finishing in fifth place, It's and they did have that. Alright, yeah, they lost to Aberdeen. That was disappointing, but not to Rangers, man.
You know what? Yeah, but we could say they lost to Aberdeen, right? And you
expect to lose to Aberdeen. You should be losing to
Aberdeen.
You
hate Aberdeen the most, right? It's like, in reality is you should be losing to Aberdeen. He's not. In my opinion, right, I think that result against Rangers is so monumental that should guarantee him the season.
Yeah, I think he's been hard done by.
It's like we're not talking about a guy that's like cut adrift at the bottom of the league. We're talking about a team that's going to. See Queen's Park, right? We always hype up, takeover this. They've got the stadium. They could do this, could do that. But what are Queen's Park's expectations? It probably is a bit mid-table. They've probably seen the likes of Falkirk come up and look like they're just going to win the league, and that'll be disappointing to them. The likes of Ayr, who finished below them last season, but it's not. They're not. In my opinion, I think Raith and Partick Thistle and Livy, they're three teams that they have higher expectations. You see what happened to Partick Thistle. They sacked the manager about a couple of weeks ago because they felt disappointed about the fact they were in fourth. But again, I said at the time, I thought that was pretty harsh, didn't we?
Yeah, that sacking was another strange one.
And yeah, they're cut adrift to the top three, but I don't know. I don't think it's right. But we'll move over into the percentages and see what he did. So obviously at St Johnstone, that's what he's most known for. The cup double. That's insane. But he had a 30.88 win percentage at St Johnstone, and since moving to Queen's Park in 2024, 9th of January. He played a total of 60 games, 25 wins, 13 draws and 22 defeats, with a win percentage of 41.67. He's got more wins than losses, right? And if you actually add up the wins and draws combined, it's 38 with 22 losses. I think for Queen's Park, that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's decent. It's decent.
I think they've pulled the gun here way too soon, man. Now I've seen rumours floating about on Twitter and in our comment section about apparently they went behind his back, the board, and sold one of his key players, and it's not the first time they've done that to managers at Queen's Park. And I think once the board are cutting corners and not letting the management team know about certain transfers, I think the writing's on the wall. And I've always thought that Queen's Park are beneath Callum Davidson. The guy won a fucking cup double. I'm not saying he's the greatest thing ever, but do you not think he's more than good enough to be managing a team in the top flight?
I do, but this is going to help. This is not going to help the standing in football, is it?
No, it's not. You're right. I don't see how he gets sacked for Queen's Park and, for example, takes the Motherwell job, the St Mirren job.
No, it's going to be.
It feels like he's going to have to, take a championship team, do pretty well, if not get promoted, to ever be in contention of a Premiership club, which is sad for him. Maybe down the line here, St Johnstone will fancy another punt on him. Who knows? He is an icon in Perth. But that's where we'll leave it, guys. Your team won the day. What else happened? Hearts drew 0. Aberdeen drew 0-0. We had Hibs conceding very late on. We
I
had
know
it.
you were saying Hearts have been poor, but I mean, I think
Right, he's beat Ross County, man.
no, but we've been good in 2025. Performance picked up.
Fair enough.
Still having a good chance of finishing third in my eyes.
And also St Mirren got a man sent off.
I think the lowest Hearts will finish will be fourth. I've been saying this for a while. Hibernian's the only team I'm not 100% comfortable in catching.
Yeah, but more on the Premiership table later on. But quickly, the Championship's all done for the weekend. I think that's wrapped Falkirk the league up. Would you agree with that? Can you and Cameron continue to dance? Because it seems like party time.
Like, I get it, right? Falkirk do have away games against Livy and Ayr.
But they've also got an easy run.
But, yeah, they do have an easy run, but let's just take out, right, let's say they've got 2 away games, right, against Livy and Ayr. They're in a position now where even if they lose both of those games, they're still going to be leading the table. And there's no guarantee that Livy and Ayr is going to win the other games that they're playing.
No.
And I don't think Falkirk will lose both of them. It's just very unlikely, man. I think we'd need to see Falkirk fall away. It's strange because, like, we got a few weeks ago, it looked like we were going to get a really, really close battle, but yeah, we've just seen bad form creep in. Too many draws for Livy and too many defeats for Ayr.
I guess the battle we could see is who's going to get 2 less games between Ayr and Livy.
True, but you know what? I think it probably helps a little bit because you can rest players, but I mean, at the end of the day, I do think whoever finishes second or third will probably beat Partick Thistle. But who's to say?
It could be Greenock.
Who's to say in 2 months' time Partick Thistle aren't playing great football?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Greenock and Rafe, right, both have a game in hand, so they're against each other. They're both on 37 points. Whoever wins goes 4 points behind Partick. You never know, one of them could finish 4th. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, that is it. That is Saturday covered. Tomorrow, Sunday, Super Sunday, 2 games, all that good stuff. You're looking forward to it?
No, because I'll be working another 10-hour shift.
How great's that, guys?
Adding to my redundancy pay, so aye.
And if you want to add to his redundancy pay, you know what to do. You know what to do. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. Till next time. Peace.